Hello guys, welcome to another Napoleon Total War multiplayer battles. I'm here with another 1v1 with Lord John. This was from quite a while ago. Haven't recorded much with Lord John as of late because I kind of just haven't been in the mood. But here's a 1v1 against him on the Waterloo. Oh, Waterloo, just a lovely map. Ill on me. And that's pretty much what he's not going to do, which I mean, he didn't. I was quite happy about that. So, the same generic army. 4 Voltigeurs, the 6th, 2 Old Guard, 3 Young Guard, 2 Fusiliers of Line, 2 National Guard, 2 Chasseurs et Cheval, 2 Lancers, and a General Staff. And then I forget who he is playing as. Hello, my Fusiliers. Welcome. Welcome to the Battle of Waterloo. Hello, General. How's your day? Perfectly good, sir. My 6th Regiment de Legia looks like the Young Guard I've actually came to notice as of late. A little bit. They have some similarity in their uniform. A long deployment phase, apparently. Hello, General. Hello. Your eyes are gonna pop out of your head, and I'm going through them. So these men all look virtually the same in some sort of way. He's making a sad and depressed face at the same time. And here's Lord John. He put his UK. Okay, let's go over his army. It looks like to me is he has 4 Lightfoot and quite a bit of Highlanders. Looks like 4 or 5. Okay, he has 4 Highlanders, a Black Watch, and a Coldstream Guard and a Foot Guard. And then for his cav aspect, he has Light Dragoon, 10 Hussars, another Light Dragoon, and then Royal Scots Greys. And then to round out his army is Sir John Moore. I'm gonna end up taking this hill, kinda. I wouldn't completely call it camping, but yes, I'm gonna take this hill as my position in this battle. He's just gonna march at me. So I'm starting to move my cav up on that flank. So here comes some of his Lightfoot. As my Voltigeurs are gonna get a nice volley off of them in a second. Keep on putting in slow-mo every so often, that's just a great thing. You can see my Young Guard running up the flank as I move my Volts a bit further forward. I think my Old Guard's going to be in reserve, like always. Yeah, it's in reserve, probably a good bit of time. It looks like his Lightfoot are going to get the first volley off on me. Yes, they are, but they're not going to get too many. They're going to get some kills, but it's not even close to like the Prussian Fusiliers for kills. Nah, that's definitely not a lie. Prussian Fusiliers get a lot of kills per volley. Already I'm trying to get my line infantry in range, and they are in range. First volley from my Fusiliers into this Lightfoot. This is going to be a long skirmish here for a little while. But he actually has quite a big force over on the right flank as he's pushing up some of his line infantry. This flank isn't really going to get any action. I'm going to have to move it up to flank a little bit. Fast forward a little bit. As of right now, this Lightfoot's actually going to put up a really good fight, but he is moving them back now. For the amount of volleys that they have already put now, there haven't been too many kills, and that's just due to the fact that the 6th Regiment de Legier doesn't have as good accuracy as my Volts do. And they're kind of firing in a slight downhill position, kind of over a hill. So now they're at even farther range as here comes Lord John's Royal Scots Greys, who's moving 2 cav units up on this flank. Hussars over there. Generals up in the line too. So far I've taken some heavy losses in this Voltigeur. This is going to be my first loss of the battle. It's just this one Voltigeur unit. See, there's 2 dead Fusiliers right there, unfortunately. They paid their life for Napoleon. As of right now, this light foot is starting to diminish. It's a little bit more than half of its men left. But I moved my line up again to get within more closer range.
Our men are running, sir!
So there goes that Voltigeur finally, and now these 6 get another really good volley off, but they're kind of in that downhill position like I was talking about earlier. They're a little bit farther down in the crevice. Is this 10th Hussars moving around my flank? I think this is going to basically be his firing squad against me, because 10th Hussars can't fire guns. As of this point, Lightfoot's still alive. These Highlanders taking quite a good decent amount of losses, probably just from that random fire from out of nowhere. Plus, it probably ran through an area over here that had a bit more of a mid-range area. See, I moved my Lancers into the way of his 10th Hussars, made them fall back. Made them fall back. So I'm gonna fast forward again. This is a decently long battle. This is pretty much a skirmish for the first 10 minutes, if I remember correctly. There's not too many losses are being taken out so far. As you can see, I moved my Voltigeur over a little bit, reformed my light infantry line. But now there's these Lightfoot on the flank over here. As Lord John's just kind of making some slight movements of his line to prepare. Is that poor guy running away, getting dragged away, honestly, on his horses. And now the combat over here has started. But yeah, so far it's nothing but a skirmish. That's what it'll be for a little while. These Lightfoot still alive, confident of their work. So I'm taking a few losses from the fire. Now I'm pushing my line up a bit further. For some reason, I don't know why. I'm probably trying to get them a little bit closer into range, but they're still not in range. And here comes a massive charge that Lord John set off. And I'm not going to have caught this, but I tried to put them into a square, but unfortunately the square didn't make before the cav got there. I told him to get into a square. I pushed the button apparently too late, and my young guard just gets hit by an infantry unit and 3 cav units. So I sent in my chasseurs et cheval, and soon enough after that my lancers. As that's pretty much his attempt to try to break my flank. At the moment, that's really the only offense he's provided. See, my young guard is getting stuck in the middle, so I'm making a slight movement and pushing my line back. So I'm moving my old guard up to try to get some volley fire into the backs, or basically to hit these cav units. So I'm dragging back some of my line. Pretty much my only choice. My young guard are pretty much destroyed now. So I'm doing some good damage to this cav. That Highlander's almost dead. 2 of his cav units are almost dead, but he still has his Royal Scots Greys. And my old guard just sends a massive volley into the, basically the front end of this cav charge. And pretty much these 2 units of old guard are going to obliterate pretty much almost all the rest of the cav force, but that was just a massive cav charge, and I charged that Highlander right after he tries to retreat his cav units. So I'm going to get rid of that Highlander, and over here is still a light infantry fire. So there's really pretty much, like I said, that's the only offense that's been provided so far in this battle. It's this massive charge. My young guard died, and I did lose a Voltigear in the process also. And I also lost the Lancer. So here comes the Cavan again.
Our men are running, sir!
Whatever's left of that Chasseurs Cheval out. See, now I retreated back up to my original hill position from earlier, as I'm now moving the rest of my cav over to the flank, because I knew, or thought, he might actually push in for another charge, which was probably a good concern for me to have. Because I'm trying to start moving my line infantry over to my flanks over here, but he has more line infantry than me now, by a good chunk. But now I have... Actually, this Lancer came back from earlier. Routed, but yeah, it's coming back to the front. I'm not going to notice it back there for quite a while. So my old guard's going to start taking a few losses from stray bullets. As I push them forward, trying to do another offensive. Here comes another. There's that Lancer unit. Didn't really make it too far. Now another one of my pushes. Pretty much rallying the rest of that Lightfoot that lasted a very, very long time. Trying to get rid of the rest of this Lightfoot because it's been a bit of a problem, but it's dropping quite slowly. A couple of volleys are just being pushed out. Move them up a bit more. So I'm trying to get my line closer and closer. Start putting a bit more pressure on his line. Now my old guard putting some really good fire into those Lightfoot, as they actually do not rout from that volley. Very gargantuan volley from my old guard. Very accurate fire. Somehow my old guard just took How did I take so many losses? It must have been a Lightfoot getting rolled in. I think one of my units... Nope, I still have that Fusilier back here. Never mind.
One of our units has used
as my
all
6th
its
runs out of ammo, they're going to charge in a second. They're going to charge against the foot guards. And you can see Lord John still has quite a bit, not really quite a bit, but he still has a little decent chunk of cav force, which really, with only 15 men each left, they're not going to do too much damage to my line. Even if they do get in, you know, cav is cav, it's still going to demolish a line, even if it doesn't try. So at this point, I'm just trying to hold my line, but he's not really making too many pushes. And there's the biggest cav unit that he has right there, the 10th Hussars. So I'm pushing my line forward once again. I'm just trying to make a charge here. His Lightfoot starting to outgun my Voltigears. Just men-wise, too. As Lord John kind of pushes back here.
One of our units has used all its ammunition,
One of my last few Voltigears runs out of ammo, just in a suicide charge. And now Lord John decides to run back up the hill. So that Voltigear just runs right into that Highlander. Now at this point I was starting to try to formulate
our
what I was
men are
going to
running,
do.
sir.
There they go. I killed a few Highlanders in that charge, actually. Yeah, a couple of Highlanders are down. Still mostly Lightfoot, though. I think only one Highlander got taken down by that charge. And you see my 6th came back, obviously with no ammo, and I'm trying to charge him into that building. I'm trying to make a final offensive here, because he's now returned to the hill, which I knew he would probably do eventually, because that's what he said he'd do. If I started to beat him in the field, that he would retreat back up the hill. So I'm trying to take that building, because all he has in there is Lightfoot, and I send one of my Fusiliers up there and send that one Fusilier had, and basically reinforcement up to the line. So there's my general. Probably a bad idea to charge in there, but I knew that building was going to have to be taken at some point, so I might as well send them in. But I don't really think he's going to send in Highlanders after him. And this point right here is where my old guard just start being stupid and just keep on running forward and getting themselves shot. So this is going to be the main problem right here. My old guard is going to get slaughtered right there in that very spot. Due to the fact that they were acting like idiots and they're going to advance in a second. Hold on. Yep, there they go.
Our men are running,
advance
sir.
forward and going to start shooting at this building for no reason. I just decided to charge them in. And then send them back. And then watch them walk forward again. You know, oh, there goes the SAR unit. Now these foot guards are in combat with my old guard. Wow, that's a magnificent volley from my old guard. They may be shooting uphill, but the old guard still can fire a massive volley whenever it wants in very accurate ways. At this point, I'm not really making any other pushes. I can't really make any other pushes. If I make any other pushes, I'm just going to fall. Flat on my face.
Right away, sir.
That foot guard was starting to fall to my old guard. He has that Highlander there in reinforcement. Is this old guard just going to advance forward again like a bunch of idiots? Actually, I think it's because I moved forward that time, but they're going to do it again. So you can see I'm moving my final 2 cav units over. Now I'm trying to get some light infantry fire, which is only 1 unit, honestly. You see now this young guard being a bunch of idiots and deciding to move when they're not told to. And it's just not going to work either way. And that Highlander's already getting jumped up by my old guard. And the old guard runs out of ammo, of course, so they're just going to have to charge. See my cav just sitting here. Now I'm starting to move my one little piece area here because I couldn't fit him in. I'm starting to move to the flanks. I knew the old guard was going to fall. You can see this young guard is just starting to make themselves look like idiots. I'm going to try to reform them 500 times.
Our men are running, sir.
You see this old guard starting to do it now too. I'm pretty sure that's kind of, look at that. Look at that. They're just gonna move, and they're gonna do that 1,000 times before the battle's over.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
And this is when Lord John captures another building. And this is when my old guard decided to act like idiots. And I charged that young guard in for some reason. I don't know why I decided to do that. But yeah, they're going to beat out those light foot with ease. I mean, young guard against light foot, that's an easy thing. This is when the old guard decides to act like total idiots and starts running back for no reason. So I'm just going to try to reform them 10 times. That's going to pretty much what ends up getting them ultimately killed at the end of this battle. As you can see, my young guard just not cooperating. So I'm trying to save my old guard from death, but
our men are running, sir.
So pretty much my left flank has fallen. I don't have much left. Just have this reinforcement. And I have my cav. So my young guard is still winning. Now it's no longer winning, honestly. See, now I'm just moving whatever's left of my line over to try to combat Lord John and his British force. As you can see now, this cab is looking interested into my National Guard. He's going to end up routing one of my National Guard. He's not going to rout both of them.
Our men are running, sir!
If I would have saved that National Guard, that may have won me the battle, but unfortunately my Lancers took a little bit too long on getting there, and they died. I'm trying to keep those Lightfoot from entering the building, and I kind of did. My Lancers are getting shot up. As of right now, I could still win this battle. I send my Fusiliers into the building. They have this Chasseurs et Cheval on the flank here trying to fire this Coldstream. So they're going to get a nice little volley off. I'm going to charge them in. See now,
men are running,
Lord John's force heading in. So my Coldstreams have fallen, and that National Guard actually came back, and that National Guard routes. And I'm going to end up losing this building to Lord John and his Highlanders, 42nd, and Foot Guard. I'm just going to end up sending in all the rest of my infantry, as that Old Guard did come back from routing. As fortunately, all of my infantry ended up in the building.
Right away, sir!
And you see my Old Guard making their final desperate charge into the building. At this point, all you can do is send in. He has 2 units that he can still send into the building, so he can very easily win by sending them into the building.
Our men are running, sir!
I don't know what unit I lost. I'm assuming it was a Young Guard. Yeah, a Young Guard. You can see the Black Watch is starting to go down, and the rest of the Foot Guards. It's pretty much the Old Guard and the Young Guard are... They did very, very well. They did a lot better than I thought they would. And you can see my General and those 2 units are pretty much all I have left. And actually, this Old Guard right here came back. Actually, I think this is the remnants of this one, actually. Never mind. They never decided to go into the building. That seems to happen every time I play the game. It's just 1 unit and maybe 4 or 5 soldiers just decide to not go into the building and just stare outside. This building here is a really very, very different battleground.
Sir! Sir! Our
this one,
general
I'm
is
trying
under
to charge
attack.
Lord John's general, but he kept it from happening the entire time. Because now all that remains in this building is Coldstream Guards. British. This was a very, very close battle, but obviously Lord John's going to end up pulling it off. Though I do actually happen to keep my general alive to the last possible point. At this point, the Coldstream Guards are killing off my men very, very quickly.
Our men are running, sir!
I'm only assuming that that's the Fusiliers that are routing. So I am moving in my general, trying to give a triumphant speech, and rally the call of the men. There's the rally. My general taking the occasional loss. Just a long house combat in this battle. It's my young guards trying to drop like flies in the building. They're actually beating them back very, very well. I was quite surprised how long that they lasted against these Coldstreams. See, the old guard has got, or whatever men were left out here just get killed. So the old guard instantly routs. Not too long after. Remnants of my proud guard units. And then my young guard pretty much down for the count not too long after.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must
And
rest
they
a
are
while.
exhausted. His Coldstreams are tired also. But to the unfortunateness, I do not have enough troops to fend off this building. As I charge my general in, I finally get the charge in to take out his general. My
Our
general
men are running,
got slaughtered
sir.
before he even got to his general. So he gets down to 11. His general did not die. And my young guard, down to 37 men. It's pretty much over at this point.
Monsieur, all hope is lost, sir. This battle is almost
They're
done.
still steady, but they are exhausted.
Yes, sir. Here they come.
As now I think Lord John's charging in his Highlanders. I end up charging them out. My young guard into the Highlanders. That's the end of the battle. So thank you guys for watching. As you can see, it was a very, very close battle. I did deploy a little bit more than he did, but I pretty much did kill almost all of his army. So either way, thank you guys for watching. More to come. Peace.